And it loaded up the Aether Drift, it loaded up the Aether Drift, what's it called? Ad. It was really fucking cringe. I think I've purged it from my memory, luckily. But I think that's the only ad I'm gonna get for a while now. So small compared to Portologist. It's okay. It's okay. We are a fan of the big streaks and small streaks alike. Yo, Karam, how you doing? Magically gather these nuts. No, thank you. Decky, yeah, Aphid Drift. Fucking hell. I can't believe they did that in an ad. That was so fucking dumb. Holy shit. Are they purposely trying to make the most cringe things possible for their ads? Scoop the hater, wouldn't have guessed that. Tekia was legit genius. Honestly, it was kind of genius because it was so cringy that it probably made it get memed on a shit ton, which is probably the best way to advertise Magic the Gathering, right? Card games on motorcycles, apparently. I don't know how I feel about it. What is Luxo exactly, and why is this person embodying them? 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 the set, like what's he, why he died forever ago? I have no idea what that means. They're not, they're just supposed to stick it in your head? Yeah, that's true. But like, if you do it wrong, you can have something stick in your head for bad reasons and be completely disincentivized to like, purchase it evermore. Like, that's the reason why I haven't watched The Boys, right? I heard it was really good, but the atrocious amount of ads I got for it just completely put me off watching it. Old nice car race car driver, I say. Carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh. Wait, what was that in context, sorry? There to literally waste time and annoy you? Kinda. Oh, and distract you while driving, because you're meant to get distracted by massive billboards while driving. Makes sense, yeah. I think that logically checks out. Wish you were here. Double Rising, you think? Bit of a legend in Oklahoma? That's all you need to know, that Oklahoma is ass. Touche. Touche. I think I got stuff on my glasses. I need to clean them. I need to properly clean them, but I can't be bothered getting my glasses case out of my bag. Because they're not on my desk. They're in my bag right now. That's too far away. It may just be down there, but like it's too far away, guys. Evil Knievel. Oh, who the fuck is that? If you remember correctly, it was kind of base, but you're not sure. Been so long, I say. I look hella different with no glasses. You don't like that? Apparently not. Remember when Coca-Cola had that terrible gamer ad and got dislike bombed so conveniently YouTube rolled out a change to hide the dislikes? Oh, that's why they got rid of it. Oh, was an asshole but is famous. I see. Okay, so this card's interesting, right? You can only attack with it every second turn. You can't attack with it the turn you play it or the turn after, but on the turn after you draw two cards. What do you mean you get to attack with it every turn, Pawntologist? What are you comboing it with so that you can? Another counter after the trigger. Okay, so it plays really nice with Innkeeper's Talent is what you're saying. You gotta play it post-combat or not add the counter to it, but yeah. Okay, I mean that's easy enough to manipulate, right? You just manipulate it with a Innkeeper's Talent. So like you can build around this pretty simply with just Innkeeper's Talent. Innkeepers make sure you don't draw cards. No, you don't level up to level 3. You just let this naturally get one counter on the first main phase. Then before the attack is declared, you can put another counter on it and then it's on even again. It doesn't give it 2 counters at a time, does it? Yeah, I didn't mean leveling it up. I just mean a level one, a base level innkeeper's talent works perfectly with this, and it's kind of already in the like game plan that you want from this. Yeah, you draw 2 cards and still can attack, and the next turn you draw 2 cards and still can attack, and that's kind of crazy. It's also on an indestructible creature, which makes it hard to remove, which means the opponent needs to sunfold your board state. Also, doesn't work with Ozlov. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of working with Ozlov. Yeah, I'm not talking about the doubling season part of Innkeepers now. That part's not relevant. You just need 1 counter, and you can also give it hexproof, which isn't that bad. That being said, you can't give it hexproof until your next turn. I mean, the hexproof doesn't matter though, unless they're bouncing it, which people do bounce it with. Works with Brushwag. Yeah, this is gonna work with a lot of things. Yeah, they need to exile it. If it's a... Okay, do we have any phase out shit in blue right now? Because that shit could protect it, yeah? I don't know if there's any phase out shit in blue. But if we have that, then we could, like, you could build a deck around this pretty straightforwardly, I would say. And the rest of the shell would just be a low to the ground stompy deck. Slip out the back? Yeah, slip out the back works. Also puts counter on it. Oh, slip out rotated? Yeah, slip out rotated because it was part of the, What's that? What's it part of? The, no, not detector set. The, Mafia set. Can bounce it to your own hand, but then you have to spend 5 mana to recast it. Yeah, New Capenna. Streets of New Capenna. Shitty detective that ruined your beautiful Esper. Fuckers made Esper aggro. So mad. Just run Snakeskin and it'll dive down. The thing is, you want to protect it against Sunfall, right? Because everything else that people would use against it, well, I guess Edict Effect, you guys have like small creatures to deal with that shit. So that's not too bad. Like, this could be a top end in a, Simic aggro deck, right? And that could be pretty cool. Like, this is a lot of pressure very quickly. You run the gate. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Easy. Figured it out, guys. We figured it out. We just fucking negate them. Is there a way to get lifelink on this or anything like that as well? So you have more sustain against other aggro decks? Like, on the turn you play it, it's a massive blocker that the opponent can't deal with. I'm not sure. I mean, it seems interesting. It's a little bit on the expensive side, but I could see decks trying to run it, and I can see people trying to play this card. Yeah, that's true. There's what is it? It's a blue-green card. Unstable mutation. I don't know if it's unstable mutation. Format standard. Colors equals blue, green, and NC2. Because it has an X on the cost. Repulsive mutation, there you go. No, it wasn't unstable, but yeah. You could run that in it pretty easily. Have a way to keep it alive and protect it. Okay, yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward, right? Yeah, the issue is it's weak to bounce decks, I agree. Because, they have 2 mana bouncer. Just put a counter on it, can't block anymore. Oh, it can't attack or block unless it has an even number of counters on it. Can't block, I didn't notice that part. When you attack into the Simic God, put a counter on it so it can't block, and then next turn Oppo won't draw 2 cards. You attack into this creature, put a counter on it so it can't block. Hey, that's kind of neat. You can put counters on your opponent's things in order to prevent this from being able to block and prevent the opponent from drawing, right? Do I have a favorite car? Nope. I don't drive. I don't have a car. I don't know how to drive. My favorite car is whatever that one is. Yeah, let's go with that. Makes this kind of bad? Yeah, it has its flaws, I guess, huh? Hey, you put counters on opponent's cards, Rubble Belt can do it. So if I play my good old root stack, I can like shut this down from being able to block. Favorite card is Chandra's Bikes. Ah. -1/-1 cards? Yeah, you can -1/-1 counter on it. I don't know if there's too many sources of -1/-1 right now. Like, there are ways to do it. I don't think it's the most difficult thing in the world. Which way is the cycle going? Black, green. Green is enabled. Okay, so this one is skip one backwards, right? And the one that is first is the one that you have. So white with red. Is that right? Yeah, white with red, white untapped. Green with black, green untapped. Red with blue, red untapped. Black with white, black untapped. Blue with green, blue untapped. No? Did I get it wrong? Enemy verges? What's the set code? DF2. Scry, set, DF2, tap land. Yeah, black with white, black untapped. Yeah. Gain land, utility land, gain land, utility land. I love utility lands here, right? And it's tapped unless you control a manual vehicle, by the way. Red and blue, yeah, red untapped. That's what I was saying, right? White and red, white untapped. Yep. It checks out with what I was thinking it would be. Oh, they're talking about something else. I see. The gold heads are so hard to look at. Yeah, I don't like them. we were talking about them already. I hope when they come out in like paper, they actually look shiny or some shit. Something to give them some form of luster to make them not look how they look on the on PC. Are they really yellow? They're meant to be gold, apparently. I think silver would have looked so much better. It's giving mustard. Yeah, it's not giving gold vibes. They're good in paper. Yeah, I think in paper it would look good, but on arena it's gonna look like shit, ain't it? Piss lands clear. Yeah. They look like Pokemon cards. If you get one yellow like that, it would turn gold into your hand. I'm confused, I don't get it. Pokemon energy cards, yeah. I mean that's pretty much what they are. Of 500. So limited printing cards again, right? The Aether Spark form and legendary artifact planeswalker equipment. Legendary artifact planeswalker equipment. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to during your turn, put that many loyalty cards on the Aether Spark. Attach Aether Spark. Okay, so the way to attach it is to uptick it, or to use something else that attaches it. That card's terrible. I expect it will be, but I'm gonna read it out because it's conceptually interesting at the very least. -10. Add 10 mana of any one color. Okay. -5, draw 2. Alright. So you're saying we're not putting this in my equipment deck, huh? It is pretty bad. It doesn't really do anything, does it? Like, you've already got the limitation of it being a planeswalker, meaning the loyalty abilities can only be activated once. If you do, you can unmod me right now. I don't like it either. Yeah, it having that limitation that is just innate to planeswalkers is what makes it shit. Like, you can get a lot of loyalty on it pretty quickly, but all it does is draw you 2 cards, and you need to get 5 damage into your opponent's face. It's very win more. Yeah, but you can't do anything with that man because you're playing equipment, and your hand is empty, because you're an aggro deck. You wouldn't wipe your butt with the Aether Spark. A lot of respect you have for it. I don't feel sorry for you. Oh my god, guys, look at this. It's piss planes. uh, start your engines. What the fuck does that mean? I didn't read the rule stuff. Wait, no, it's yeah, magic.wizards.com. It just seems annoying. It kind of does already. What the fuck does it mean? I fucking accepted cookies. No, fuck, dude, no. Why won't you let me go to the new? Oh, scroll down. Oh. No, what? Why the fuck is this site not working properly? Why does this not actually link? That's really fucking bad. There we go. Mechanics. This mechanic took you an hour to figure out today. Don't worry, I'll figure it out in like 5 minutes. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, Grand Prix is only moments away. If you don't want to be left in the dust, you'd be well advised to get up to speed on the new returning mechanics. Crash course of these. I'm already like over there, fucking like trying to make it sound like race stuff. I don't like it. Curious slide reference spotted. What does that mean? Pop quiz, hush. Oh my god, I already hate it. Okay, start your engine. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when the opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. Max speed, this creature has lifelink. Okay, so start your engines is just another mechanic that you keep track of, right? Yeah, so it's just another thing that you keep track of. It starts at 1, and once you get to 4, you get to 4 by dealing damage to your opponent during your turn. Yeah. Once you get to 4, then you have started your engines and you got the max speed shot. First time in the game, when you control permanent with start your engines, your speed becomes 1. This happens immediately, so no one can respond and try to remove the permanent before you pick up speed. Once your speed is 1 or greater, you can start triggering it. It's not tied to any permanent for the rest of the game. It can be triggered as long as your speed is less than 4, no matter what permanents you control. Okay, once your speed is full, you've achieved max speed and the speed can't go any higher. Some cards like Streaker, Oil Gorger have abilities that care if you have max speed. These abilities are node with max speed ability. Okay. I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? It's not an actual counter, so you can't proliferate, right? It's like a status of the game. I guess it's kind of like, I guess you could compare it to the dungeons. I was going to compare it to the Sea's Blessing, right? You just kind of have it. Yeah, it's not a counter, I say. So you can't fuck with it. Exhaust. Activate each exhaust ability only once. Okay, so exhaust just means you can do something once. Yeah, that's whatever. Vehicles, we know how vehicles works. Mounts, we know how mounts work. Cycling, we know how cycling works. What do you mean? There's nothing there, guys. There's like no new mechanics. The only new mechanic is they're recording something and have this weird card thing. Exhaust is just once per game. Is it once per game? Does that mean if this changes, I was going to ask that. If it changes phases, if it changes zones, does that mean you can activate it again? Yeah, so if you flicker an exhaust card, it's considered a new entity because it changed zones into the exile zone, then back onto the board, so you can activate it again. Okay. Sorry, you said once per game, and that specific per game bit at the end just threw me off a little bit. Games and motorbikes? What's this YouTube thing? Huh? Ah. Guys, stop chatting for a moment so I can get this link that Maisie sent for the song request. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's theme hyperdrive. Okay. After the song. Chatting. No, guys, I asked you guys to not keep chatting. What the fuck's happening now? Yeah, once per, it's not per game, it's once per. You can be activated only once. It's the text that it says on it. Trolling, not chatting. God damn it, guys. Give us ears. Why do you guys want ears? Whose ears do you want? What the fuck? That's messed up. Okay, I have got the link up now, so you guys can go back to chatting. I will allow it now. Okay, this is a little bit louder than I was expecting it to be. Is that a little bit too quiet now? I think it might be. There we go. I'm severely disappointed by the lack of car ears on the stream. Well, that's a shame. What the fuck are car ears? Wait a second. Read your last text. Yeah, they said once for a game in the live stream. Okay, that's a mistake. It's the easiest way to describe it. Yeah, I would agree with that. Oh, okay. We've got a land that if you play into the max speed mechanic, you can ramp up a bit. And like that's actually kind of easy to do, right? This is actually kind of a decent land, I would say. What? Any land that makes 2 mana is good, right? Yeah, it's close enough. Hey, how the new mechanic doesn't need you to attack, even boring pinging counts as speeding up? Yeah. It's only once per turn, I forgot that part. It's not once per turn, right? Oh, only triggers once per turn, never mind. Last line. If you're getting max speed, you are doing damage, so how are you going to do that in any realistic time and also have a deck that could use the extra mana? I'm sure you could figure out shit to do that. Okay, what is this Kevlar man? What is this Kevlar man? That doesn't look like car ears, huh? What? The ping desert's another incidental pings, yeah. Turnfield, you could potentially have 8 man, but that seems a bit niche. I don't know how you're fucking dealing damage to your opponent with that deck, but okay. The mechanic is just bad though, it's so slow. Ginger Brew is a good way for you to achieve this, guys, okay? Turn 1, you play out Moraganda Raceway, then you play out Ginger Brew, then you attack for 1, and now you're on 2 max speed, right? Turn 2, you play out the land, right? Then you do the attack with Ginger Brew, and then you're on 3 speed. Turn 3, you have 6 mana, because you play out your 3rd Raceway, and attack it with Ginger Brew, and get the next one. Guys, 6 mana turn 3, holy shit, dude. No, I actually kind of think this might be okay. Look at the yeah. I know you typo. That's why I'm kind of like just fucking like going with it. Okay, guys, turn 3. Turn 3 6 mil. Fuck yeah, dude. Crazy shit. Sounds like an incredible game plan. Thank you, thank you. Turn 1 race way start early. No, I am being legit, guys. It might make Ginger Brute good enough because Ginger Brute's a haste creature that can be cast out with colorless. It's gonna be nuts, sadly not these. Oh. I don't know what Hazorat looks like, but I don't hate it, honestly. I don't hate this land. I don't think it's overpowered, but I also don't think it's like completely useless. You can genuinely use this land. Oh yeah, turn 3 speed. That was me exaggerating a lot. Technically you can, but it's not gonna be easy. In case you need to start in the first round and you only get to speed 4 after damaging. Yeah, but like I said, if you are on the play as an aggro deck that is going to be able to utilize that mana very effectively, if you're an artifact aggro deck of some form, then like, maybe you can do it. You play full colorless? Probably not. Yeah, it says start your engine, so it puts you on one speed of the turn it's played. Modern Eldrazi are gonna be fun, yep. On the play with mono red and your first land is colorless, so it's mono red with ginger brute. Does it add 1 speed even if you have a speed anyway? No, it doesn't, it just starts your engines. Just starts your engines, sadly. Cast a colorless spell, create a 0/1, sacrifice this, create a colorless. When another colorless creature you control enters, deals 1 damage. Ah, okay, so. Yeah, this works great with Ginger Brute. Like, I genuinely think this might make Ginger Brute much more playable than it already is. It's not very playable, it's niche playable, it plays in, like, cookies and shit like that, but, like, it is very playable with this card. Yeah, it's way too early to say anything definitive. I'm just kind of, like, bouncing my thought process, right? And saying what I would first try and attempt with it. I'm sure there's other ideas that you could leverage the ramp from this pretty effectively. The classic Ginger Brute ramp deck. Exactly, guys. Ginger Brute ramp deck. Yellow basics you're about to play in every deck will make your opponent so mad. Let's go. Oh my god, please don't. Please make. I fucking hope these don't all look yellow on Arena. That would be so fucking bad. That would be so fucking annoying to deal with. Bunch of lands. Oh yeah, here's a new card. Look at this. Wait, have I got these the wrong way around? These are the oldest cards to be revealed, yeah? Yeah, because these were revealed in October. I was looking at them the wrong way, guys. What other cards are going to be released? Maybe there'll be something that breaks the once per turn rule? Maybe. That'll be gold. They said like it 10 times during the stream that they won't look like that. Okay. Okay, I fucking hope so. Like, there has to be some shimmer effect in the arena in order to make it look gold. To actually look the way it's meant to. We promise they look good in person. Trust me, we promise they really do look good. Yeah, they don't come across very well on a digital platform. Making them gold means no way you're buying them. I see. Sure they look shit in person like the AFR rulebook showcase? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't mind the AFR rulebook showcases though, to be honest. In person they look really cool. A deeper gold hopefully in arena. I think there has to be some form of shimmer effect or some like shifting of the light kind of effect. If there isn't and it's just static, then it will look bad. If they don't have some like shifting of the colors, right? Some effect that gives it a shimmer effect, then it will look bad. It's about the only good card that seems good so far. Are you talking about Island? I agree. So far, that looks like the only good card. What are these cards? We've already probably seen them, right? Earth Rumbler, 4 and a green, artifact vehicle, 7/6, vigilance, trample. Exile an artifact or creature card from graveyard, becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. Too expensive, right? 5 mana for a 7/6 vehicle. Bright Glass, Gear Hulk, green, green, white, white. Yeah, we saw this one. You may search your library for up to 2 artifact and creatures, artifact, creature, and/or enchantment cards with mana value 1 or less. Real put into hand. So this is like, because it's strict cost, it's probably going to limit the card mainly. The Ready, Rocketeer, Engineer, 4 and a red, legendary creature, goblin artifact. Power is equal to the greatest mana value among artifacts you control. Enters or attacks. Choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may sacrifice an artifact to return it. So, 5 mana cheat shit? That doesn't seem very impressive either. You have all special art turned off on the arena, so don't care, that's fair. So you expected to start your engines to be the following. This mount vehicle enters the battlefield, salad crewed, and gains haste until end of turn, but instead they did it on Boros Legend. Oh. Okay, Lifecraft engine, what's this? When was this announced? Oh, this was announced like a week and a bit ago. 3 mana artifact vehicle 4/4. As this vehicle enters, choose a creature type. Vehicle creatures you control are the chosen creature type in addition to their other types. Each creature you control of the chosen type other than this vehicle gets +1/+1. Oh, this doesn't seem terrible, right? Yeah, 3 mana vehicle lord. What? This doesn't seem that bad. 3 mana tribal creature. It's a changeling. You think it's bad? It's decent? I don't know. I don't know if 3 mana lord is good enough, but you having your lord be able to actually deal damage to your opponent as well, it's kinda neat. It's an anthem that you can let die. Yeah, exactly. It's not a changeling? No, it's not a changeling. It kind of functions a little bit like one, but not quite. It's more like the shapeshifter cards that you pick. Look at that. Mr. Maniacal streaking in chat. We got a lot of streakers today, holy shit. Did I miss Asmore streaking? What? Can't believe it. I missed Asmore streaking as well. How can someone miss something like that? Adaptive automaton? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, 3 mana Anthem's not good enough in itself, but you having the utility of this being a creature, which means after your opponent board wipes you, you can play out a creature and attack with it, it's not the worst. I don't know what tribal is good enough. I don't think there is a tribal good enough, so it's probably not gonna be good because of that. You could technically run it in mice, you could run it in, yeah, you could run it in mice, you could run it in rabbits, you could run it in goblins, you could run it in lizards, yeah. Like, there are things you could run this in. Yeah, like, all these, tribals wouldn't mind it. But I do think, rabbits would prefer the other thing, like heraldic banner and shit like that, yeah? It's the same mana, but it gives you more mana to work with. And you can use mana pretty well in that sort of deck. Daemon for Anax? Yeah, technically it can be a Daemon for Anax. You would need to crew it in order to get the proc on Anax to deal damage to the opponent. Rabbits would run the 2 mana enchantment. Yeah, what's the 2 mana enchantment again? It's not the green white one, are you talking about? Or is it the green white one or is there another one? It might not be good enough specifically because it's competing against too much good lords as well that generically work for all these tribals, so and none of those are playable. Anthem of Champions? Yeah. I mean, that being green is kind of a downside though, yeah? We're just talking about Sabsanon. Okay, let's scroll, let's scroll, let's scroll, let's scroll, let's scroll. This one's new. Start your engines, Armankent Raceway, max speed, target creature gains haste until end of turn. This works for aggro decks. If you play a colorless aggro deck, you could do some cool shit with this, right? Yeah, it's better than Anthem Car. We don't talk about Bruno. Who's Bruno? AC Wormcoil Engine? Yeah, turn 3, right? Turn 3, you can play out a 4-drop and haste it. Guys, turn 3, play out 4-drop haste it. All you need is a Ginger Brute and 2 of the other colorless land. I kinda like these lands. I don't know how good they will be, but I can see some like janky shit you can do with it. The enemy verges are counterclockwise. Yeah, I did know that. I did note that. I was wondering which direction they would be. So we've got half of the what's it called now? The sap. Turn 3 can't liberate, get rid of opponent's speed with the ult. How do you get that on turn 3? I only count 6 mana. How do you get the extra mana? Oh, mana rock, yeah. Okay, turn 3, yeah, you can get can't liberated on turn 3. And then, yeah. Exile a card from the opponent's hand twice, and then, like, restart the game? Yeah, sure. You don't know why start your engine forces you to do damage, just let it tick up once each turn without any conditions. You gotta rev your engine up, mate. Can't just be idling there and get your engines to max speed. You gotta be doing some shit. You gotta be like putting in the pressure. You gotta be pumping the gas to the. I don't know words. That forest is amazing. It looks a little yellow for my liking, personally. I'm not a fan of it. Also, the hands kind of make me uncomfortable, admittedly. I don't like the hands on this art. Something about these hands make me uncomfortable. And I can't put my finger on it. But there's something about it just like, I don't know. The whole, like, vehicle part of it just feels very, like, fake and mismatched with the rest of the art. Not the yellow one, oh. Oh, you weren't talking about the piss card. My bad, my bad. Can't just use your response. What's happening? Yeah, you gotta be racing the opponent. Exactly, guys. You guys get it. You guys get where the max speed needs to tick up with pressure. Swamp looks sick. Oh, did someone say swamp and I looked at the forest? Oh, well that's my fault. Where's the swamp, guys? Let's look for the swamp. Yeah, honestly, I'm not a fan of these artworks just because of the fucking vehicle part. The vehicle part's really fucking just like ruining it for me. It feels like an eyesore. You know what I mean? Like, I'd probably be more into like all of them if the vehicle wasn't in them. Those are some large thumbs, yeah. Does anyone else get that? The windshield makes them look shit, yeah. What's the reason for the yellow color frames? The cards are meant to be gold. But you see, since we're looking at a PC screen, right, and a digital rendering of it, it just looks like piss. Oh, oil slick style would be really fucking cool, you know? They should have done that. Why they pick gold? They could have done like an oil slick style art, right? You know what I mean by oil slick? You know, like the rainbow translucent black? Like, I'm thinking that would kind of work really well for a special art style. But goal equals first in the race, but it's car shit, so oil slick also works, and I just think it will look better. I get why they picked gold, but like, I mean, I'm extremely worried how it's gonna look. It's not gold though. Yeah, non-digital clients. I don't know how it'll look in the arena. I'm a bit worried about it. Ah, that's true. Phyrexians already do the oil thing. Phyrexian Piss. Do I know this song? Yeah, I do. Listened to it yesterday. I should have been able to pick it out. If it's very ugly, you're buying them. Fuck yeah, dude. Love that shirt. Okay, Winter Cursed Rider. Isn't Winter from the, like, recent set? Ward pay 2 life. It's a 2-mana 3/2 in blue black. Legendary creature human warlock. So since it's a warlock, it's also considered a an outlaw, which is relevant to some things. Artifacts you control have ward pay 2 life. Exhaust 2 blue and the black. Tap, exile X artifact cards from graveyard. Each have a non-artifact creature gets -X/-X. Think Winter was at your mum's house. Maybe that's why you recognize where I recognize him from. Wow, fucking Maisie. Hey, never Winter. This is the car I was talking about. Literally from Duskmorn. And I don't think it ever got played in Standard. I know that Hammock's tried using Winter, but yeah. Commander Ask card, it does seem pretty bad. I don't really see it working too well in like an aggro deck or anything like that. But like, it's really dependent on how powerful the artifacts are, I would say. You just opened your fourth of that shit card, mate. Avishka Raceway is so bad. You're telling me you have to get to speed 4 and then still pay effectively 4 fucking mana to just rummage? Don't even get to loot. You have to rummage. I have no idea what card you're talking about. Oh, here. I didn't see this card. I missed the Vishka Raceway. It's a whole cycle, right? Set DFT, Pipe Land Raceway. Streamer, what's up? It's a common? Yeah, it's a common. What are we doing? We'll have a miss. Why is it negative 22.778 degrees Celsius here? Can you please turn on the heat? I mean, the heat is on. You're just in the wrong part of the world. Just come to Australia, mate. That'll fix the problem. Just come to Australia. It's a little warmer here. Get out of the polar vortex. Yeah, it's very raceways. Amonkhet, Avishka, and Moraganda. I think that's how they're pronounced. Avishka does look like the worst by far. I agree. You get a max speed and you still have to pay 3 mana rummage. It does improve it. Like, it is not terrible if you're doing, like, sell your engine shenanigans. Because it's a land that will sell your engines, right? It's 4 mana because it's 3 mana plus land, yeah. That's true. Good point. But, like, I do think it's actually kind of usable depending on what it's competing for in the spot of colorless lands. If you're playing a colorless deck, I don't know if there are going to be colorless decks that want this show, but like maybe. Limited only in your opinion? I could say that. It's a mechanic that completely turns off your engines. I say. I say. Well, if any of you guys were wondering what Pawntologist's turn offs are, well, there you go, I guess. Zahur, Glory's Pass, white and a black, 3/2, legendary creature, Zombie Cat Warrior. Zombie Cat Warrior. It's a cat. Sell your engine, sacrifice another creature, surveil 1, activate only. Okay, that just fucks it up. Max speed, non-token creature controlled dies, create a tapped 2/2 black zombie creature token. Hmm. I mean, I guess that works on aristocrats pretty well, huh? Yeah, that's actually a good card. I was going to talk shit about it, but it doesn't actually seem bad. It's almost decent? Yeah, I would say it's almost decent. Like, it works really well in aristocrats because aristocrats has a way to deal damage around the opponent. You just sacrifice something and then you deal one, and you can get your engines up to 4 pretty quickly with that, and then you start getting tokens for it. The passive is super good, yeah. It says activate only once each turn, but it's not sorcery locked, which means you can activate it on both your turn and your opponent's turn. And if once you get to this passive, which isn't that difficult because you've got like what's the thing? The witch thing? The 2-drop. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Vengeful Blood Witch, yeah. It's only on your turn, right? Yeah. Start your engines. The engine stuff is only on your turn. Yeah, exactly. Like, you've got Vengeful Blood Witch just working perfectly with this card. This is a Raise the Pass deck. This card works amazingly in a Raise the Pass deck. Like, it shares a slot with, 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻, right? Yeah, 𝔹𝕃ℂ𝔻 too, yeah. Is it only on your turn? Why did they make the keywords so bad? Are we talking about Sayo Engine again? Is this better than Bart? It's comparable. I think you're on both. Raise the past with glory? Exactly. Exactly. Dancing. I fucking hate this act, guys. Why doesn't clicking on the news take me to the news? I don't know. I don't understand. I fucking hate it. It pains me. Opponent loses life during your turn. Your speed is 1 or greater, increases speed by 1. This ability triggers only once each turn. So on the turn that you get your engine started, you can effectively get to 2, and then 2 turns later you get to 4. But as needed to combo off, you still run 4. But yeah, that's fair. You might run only 1 or 2 copies of Zahir then. But, it depends on how much other style engine shit the deck can use, right? The theme is awful, the treatments are awful, the mechanics are awful and even badly named. I agree. I agree with all of those points so far. I don't like the theme of the set very much. The treatments don't look great. I'm hoping they look better in person. And they look good on Arena, but I'm not hopeful. um, the mechanic is kind of like, yeah. You like Exhaust, CBH? Exhaust is just a mechanic they've already had, though. It's not really a mechanic, even. It's just a limitation that they've already chucked on other cards. It's coming out much more speed race than you were hoping. I was hoping, even though it was a racing set, it wouldn't have that heavy of a racing influence, and apparently it does. Stuff depresses you and Sir Wars agree on something. The world is ending. Saga engine? Yeah. Yeah, see, there's another card that has exhaust, right? But it doesn't say exhaust. The most important punch in history. There you go. So, consensus so far is not a big fan, I guess, huh? I haven't seen enough of the cards yet, but I'm not too impressed, sorry. We're dancing with the dead. Okay, set of armor, masked racer. Green and blue, legendary creature, human rogue 2/3, another outlaw by the way. Exhaust, X green, green, blue. Put X counters on set of armor, then you may have the base power and toughness of each other creature you control become equal to the set of armor's power until end of turn. That doesn't really do enough, right? It's only a 2/3 as well. This seems pretty, like, that's a powerful effect, but it's only go wide, board state, which this isn't in go wide colors. It's kind of mismatched. Hmm. I guess you could do some things with it. It's more of a brawl card. I was thinking it's a payoff if you're ever doing the... What's the card called? There was a card in Foundations that people were doing jank with and just ramping with. But I forgot what the card was called. It's a green card. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Genesis, I think it is? Yeah, Genesis Wave. Like, if you're doing Genesis Wave shit, you might have that as a payoff, right? That's the only thing I can really think about doing good things in. You reckon Merfolks, maybe? Yeah, Merfolks might be able to go wide. And plus, there's going to be vehicles in the set to proc off the pilgrimage. That's Shadow's a vehicle. That's literally the only redeeming factor of the set. And spoilers! What the fuck, dude? No, we're not up to that yet. Calm down. Maybe you could for once recommend a card's terrible. It's pretty bad. I'm just trying to find any place it can fit, and that's the only place I can think of. Unless you play half your deck with Start the Engine, it is just not worth it. It looks so horrible to draw a card with a mechanic late game if you don't already have the mechanic activated. That's a fair point. You do need a certain density of the mechanic in order for the mechanic to actually be workable. And because of that, it might make cards like Zahir unplayable in the deck style is theorizing, because there's not going to be enough other cards that have Start Your Engines on it in order to justify it. That's a very good point, because it is a mechanic that needs you to start early in order to get the payoff, right? Zahir can get the payoff on, like, in 3 turns, right? But, like, that might be too slow. It's a vehicle set, but the best vehicle is Schooner from Ixalan. Oh my god. Okay, Redshift Rocketeer Chief. Vigilance, Red Ring Creature, Legendary Creature Goblin Pilot, 2/3, Vigilance. Tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is Redshift's power. Spend this mana only to activate abilities. Exhaust, for 10 and the red and the green, put any number of permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Fuck no. No thank you. You really need to be like pushing hard for this ability to be good, right? You need a lot of good activated abilities. This can't be good. It's a badass class card. Bard class ass card. My bad, I said that wrong. Yeah, that's probably accurate. That's probably accurate because you can use this to pump into Bard class as well. This plus Cauldron. But what's your payoff then? Cauldron combo? Okay. So you got this with Cauldron. Got this with Cauldron, guys. What abilities are you activating? Like, I guess you technically have the untap combo and shit like that. Yeah. Cauldron has better things to do, like loot. Yeah, like, getting infinite mana is not too difficult for the Cauldron combo, is it? As a Cauldron expert, the Gruul legend is gas. Bristly Build Tyvo is your first thought. I was thinking Sleep Cursed Fae, right? Because, like, if you have any 2-power creature, and you get this ability onto something with Sleep Cursed Fae's ability, then, like, you got infinite mana. Like, if you get Sleep Cursed Fairy and this, on a 2-drop getting a counter, 2-power creature getting a counter, you've instantly got infinite mana. If you have one of those 2 cards, right? If you have Sleep Cursed Fairy in the graveyard and put a counter on this, you've instantly got infinite mana. And vice versa, if you have Sleep Cursed Fairy on the board and you get this in the graveyard, exile it and put a counter on the Sleep Cursed Fairy, infinite mana. That all gives you infinite mana for activated abilities. You still need other shit though. You still need other shit to do with it, right? Okay, you start at 1, right? So damage upper on 3 separate turns, still probably winning. I agree with that. Cars stream. Yeah, apparently Genesis. Where's Mrackle? Is Mrackle in the set, guys? I don't know. You can dump your hand with the other abilities. Oh yeah, true. Once you get infinite mana, you can do the exhaust ability once, right? So you can play out everything else in your hand. So once you got the combo, your entire hand goes on the board. I don't know how many cards you'll have in your hand, but if one of the cards has something that allows you to draw cards, and you're able to get a counter on it, or if it innately has a counter, then like you've instantly got card advantage, right? If you got something that allows you to do filtering, maybe you can filter as well. Like this kind of works, right? Yeah, maybe this does work in Cauldron combo. I haven't really played too much Cauldron combo, but like I can kind of say it. Isn't exhaust just like monstrous?